Hallmark Hot Takers. Welcome back to another episode of Hallmark Hot Takes, where we review all 23 Countdown to Christmas movies from the Hallmark Channel and rank them according to
candy canes, 5 candy canes each, for a total of 10 candy canes.
Okay, so tonight we are going to be reviewing Christmas by Starlight, starring Kimberly Sustad and Paul Campbell. So when her family's beloved eatery, the Starlight Cafe, is slated for demolition, Annie vows to put a stop to it before Christmas. So we're going to review this movie, and it's going to be great.
Can't wait.
Okay, so let's recap this movie, Christmas by Starlight. So meet Annie, who is a family law attorney, who finds out that her parents' cafe is going to be demolished. The lease is not being renewed, and it is going to be demolished sometime in the new year and some sort of newish development.
By the Holt Company.
The Holt, those greedy bastards.
Big business.
So Annie vows to put a stop to this using her attorney bona fides. Even though she is a family law attorney, she goes to the Holt Company and decides to confront Will Holt, who is the son of the CEO, and she does. And in a little bit of a mix-up, Will thinks that she is interviewing for an attorney position that his father has demanded as sort of like a babysitter for him, because he's sort of a dude who just is feeding off his silver spoon, and he doesn't really care about the company, and he doesn't really take it seriously. So his father thinks
caused him a lot of legal problems.
Yes, he's been sued multiple times.
Right, so they need to
and is currently being threatened by a lawsuit.
Yes.
So there's a little mix-up, and he decides he's going to take advantage of this, and Annie confronts him and says, hey, you can't close down my parents' cafe. And Will, being the innovative thinker that he is, says, well, okay, I won't close it down if you pretend to be my attorney and just follow me around, get my dad off my back.
Right.
So Annie, wanting to save her parents' cafe, says, sure, I'll do that.
Right.
So shenanigans ensue.
Right.
Because what happens is they go to this meeting with a local preservation society that Will brokered a deal with and destroyed a beloved
bonsai
tree. And now the Preservation Society is threatening legal action. Well, Annie's quick thinking gets him out of a bind when she says, hey, well, we feel real bad about that. So what we're going to do is we have planned this very elaborate $1,000 a plate dinner right before Christmas. And the Holt Company is going to match dollar for dollar all these donations. And these people at the Preservation Society are like, oh,
it's amazing.
You can buy us out of a lawsuit. That's fine.
Yeah, we can be bought.
So, Will is not happy that she did this, but the father loves the idea. He's like, heck yeah, no lawsuit at a lower cost. Sure, do it up. So,
but you're leading it.
He puts Will in charge of planning the event, and Will is not pleased. So guess who he ropes in? Annie.
Yeah.
So these two have to plan this thing, and wouldn't you know, at this late date, there's not a lot of venues available. No. So where do they hold it?
Maybe the Starlight Cafe.
The Starlight Cafe, her parents' thing. So they go about planning this, and, then we learn a little more about both of them. So Annie got into family law. We find out she was adopted at the age of 4 by her parents. And so that's why she got into family law. She always felt that was something that, she wanted other kids to experience. And you learn a little bit more about Will, who, he never really had a normal upbringing. He had nannies and people decorating his Christmas tree, so he's never really experienced a real Christmas. And Annie kind of shows that to him. They do a couple Christmas things. They pick out a Christmas tree, and he gets to decorate a Christmas tree. And all the while, there's just this witty, banter going back and forth, and it's all very endearing, and it's clear that they're becoming more than just fake lawyer and boss. So this all culminates in this gala event at the Starlight Cafe, and Will, who Annie has told him a memory of hers that involved the first time after she was formally adopted, her parents took her to a local toy store, and it was like the most magical thing because it was the first, she got to pick out any toy she wanted, and it was just the first time. It's like her first real memory that she really has. And so, you know, as part of the gala, he actually decorates one of the rooms as the toy store, and it's all very cute. But behind the scenes, what is happening is Will has promised that he's going to save this cafe, but guess what? Will doesn't really have the power to do that. He asks his dad, and he says, Dad, we shouldn't let this go. And his dad says, like, dude, we've spent $2 million on this deal.
$2.5 million.
So it's happening. So at the party, Annie overhears a conversation with one of Will's business associates that says that this demolition of the cafe is starting in January. And of course, she's pissed off because she trusted him, and it all goes sideways. At the end of the day, Will has a come to Jesus moment, and he goes to his dad and he said, listen, we're not tearing down this damn cafe.
People first, Dad.
People first. People before profits.
Yeah.
And so he actually filed a claim with the local preservation society to have it the cafe designated as a historical landmark. And so they can't do any demolition. And then he says, Dad, I want to be more involved in the business, but this is how I feel the future should go. Right. And his dad listens to him. He goes back to the cafe. He tells all the people there it won't be torn down because he met Annie and she's amazing. And Annie overhears. And then she finds out that it's not going to be torn down. And they kiss. And they get together. And then everyone is dining at the cafe. And it's wonderful. And it's a happy ending. And that is Christmas by Starlight.
That was a really good review.
Recap.
Well, we'll do a review as well.
We will. It's going to be great.
All right, review time.
Jay's going first.
I'm going first. So, things I did not care for. So, Helen, this waitress at the Starlight Cafe, you know, at the end where he shows up to say, hey, we're not going to demolition this place. It's, you know, it's going to be protected forever. Like, right before that, she's like, oh, you have a lot of nerve to show up here. Come on, Helen. Come on. Like, you're just a bit part in this movie. Don't, like, it
would have made more sense if, like, her parents, who were sort of like, dude, Will, what are you doing here? But
not Helen.
Helen had, like, one line the whole movie, and all of a sudden she's like,
telephone tough guy here.
Yeah.
Other thing is the Holt Company. Like, so again, his, like, you know, millions of dollars. But, like, they're scrambling for volunteers to, like, clean up some space and to, like, make room for, like...
I mean, she saved them from a multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Right. Yeah. They can't, like, just hire a couple people.
A moving company.
Like, to set things up. So I didn't like that. She lives with her parents. So, like, she's this lawyer. But then we find out she lives with her parents.
I think they live in a duplex.
I hope so. But it's not really well defined.
They should have specified that. I'll give that to you.
So then dinner for this thing is $1,000 plate, and then it's ribs, which again, ribs are great, but it's like ribs in your fingers, like
with people really dressed up nicely,
like in suit and tie, like.
But the problem, see, what happened was their caterer fell through at the last minute because they added more people because it was such a resounding success already. Yeah. That their caterer said, we can't do that. So then she went to the local food truck guy. And it's supposed to be a tie-in back to, like, how community and...
Yeah, I don't know. Ribs. That's not great. So things I loved. I love both the leads in this. I thought they were fantastic. The banter back and forth, the writing in this thing was amazing. Like, I was laughing the whole time.
You were laughing the whole time.
It was so great. I mean, it might have been the alcohol, but really was the movie. It was really great. I loved the dog. It was the cutest dog I've ever seen. Charles, the dog. Super cute. Charles, the dog. The high school, so he shows her at one point, like, she makes a comment of, like, you were probably, like, super popular and, you know, everything's easy. And he shows her a picture of, like, him in high school, and he's this dork, you know, he didn't even go to prom and everything. And then at the end, this gift she gives him is like, I would have went to prom with you. And it's a picture of him from prom and a picture, or from high school, and a picture of her from high school in this, like, little photo thing. So I thought that was super cute. Kind of tying back to that. And Lyle, like, his
right-hand dude.
Best friend at work, right-hand guy. I thought he was fantastic. Just kind of like being that compass for him, you know, both in...
He was a good moral compass.
In professional and in his personal basically saying, hey man, like, don't screw this up, like, get it together. So I thought it was really a fantastic movie.
Fantastic. How does that translate to candy canes? I'm ready.
It translates to 4.5 candy canes.
What dinged it?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was up there with
Darlings?
The Darlings and
4.5.
Good Morning Christmas.
Stop it. Well, you only gave Good Morning Christmas. What did you give that?
I gave it 5.
Oh, yeah, I was the one who dinged it. Okay.
You're up now.
All right. So, the things that I didn't like is at the beginning of this, she agrees to help Will. And he says he promises he's not going to tear down the diner. And she agrees. But she's a lawyer. And she does this without a contract. Like, that is lawyer 101. If someone makes you a promise, you get it in writing if you're a lawyer. And I thought that was a huge, obvious foreshadowing, but bad lawyering.
Oral contract.
Bad lawyering.
Bad
lawyering. She has a job as a family law attorney, but she takes this week off of work to do this for, like, doesn't she have her own job? So that was kind of weird.
Well, she lives with her parents. So.
Okay, so there's this one scene where Will shows up at her parents' house to apologize for something. And she answers the door, and it's early in the morning, and she's in pajamas. But her hair is all ringlety curled and beautiful. And I just thought, yeah, that's not how she looks in the morning. I didn't like that. The bad Photoshop of her parents. So they were trying to use like real photos of them on the mantle, and like you could tell that they were Photoshopped.
Like they were like taken decades apart.
Right.
Like the quality of the photo.
Yeah. I also didn't like Helen. She irritated me. The food truck thing. So $1,000 a plate, and you're feeding these people who are in black ties ribs.
Right. That's probably why I gave him a half candy cane.
I didn't like that.
And Helen.
And then there's one point in the scene where her and Will are decorating a Christmas tree, and he hangs his first ornament that he's ever hung on a Christmas tree. And then she's like, "Did you like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." And she's like, "Great, because I got 300 more." And then they show a thing of the Christmas tree, and there's not 300 ornaments on it.
You want to see 300 ornaments on a tree? That's our tree.
Yes. So here's the things that I liked.
Okay.
So the dog, Charles, was adorable. I loved Annie's adoption story. I thought that was really, it defined her life. It's the reason she went into family law. She wants to help people. It gave her a sense of community. And on that, she told Will about her past. And the reason that she is the way she is her first memory is of how she was adopted. And even though she was only 4, she remembers it. But that is like her guiding light. So it gave her perspective. And she always knows that, you know, she can look back on that time and it gives her, it's basically her moral compass. And I thought that was really awesome. The banter between Will and Annie was amazing. They had some great one-liners. I was actually laughing out loud. And some of the humor in Hallmark movies can be a little stupid. This was actually pretty clever. And I really enjoyed that. When he knocks over the garbage cans when he comes to her house in the morning, that was hilarious. I like the fact that she charmed like all of his business associates, and then he in turn charmed like all of her family and stuff. And I thought that was sort of a cute little, thing. The fight with his dad, when Will fights with his dad and really stands up for himself and says, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," and I thought that was powerful. And then the thing that really got me for this movie that just made me love it was you were laughing. I thought that was amazing. So all in all, I loved this movie. I did not expect to love this movie. I actually thought I was going to hate this movie. So I am ready to give this movie 5 candy canes. That just happened.
Wow.
So you have 9.5 candy canes.
9.5 candy
for Christmas by Starlight, and this was like a sleeper. This is a surprise lovely movie.
A new number 2 right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, up there with
Good Morning Christmas. Don't do it.
Good Morning Christmas.
Good Morning Christmas. Anyhow, all right. What's next?
Preview time. Preview time.
Okay, preview time. But 5 candy canes, but I am a little upset that she didn't have a contract.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's okay. What's done is done.
It is.
So the next movie that we are going to review is called 5-Star Christmas. So when a travel writer shows up unexpectedly at their dad's B&B, the Ralston family all pretend to be guests in hopes of a good review. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
5-star, but will it be 5 candy canes?
We don't know.
See you next time.
Peace.